going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here with another episode of Moon Knight as we get into episode number 2. I am really looking forward to getting into this, especially with how tremendous the first episode was. As I said last week, and this opinion still holds, I think that last week's episode was one of the best debut episodes for the Disney Plus MCU shows alongside WandaVision. It was just really phenomenal stuff, and I can kind of expect what could happen in this episode, with the fact that we closed out on Stephen transforming into Moon Knight. We might be getting a bit of action there, but also I do expect we'll be focusing on Mark's side of things, since the first episode dealt with the majority of the episode being centralized on Stephen, so I'm expecting we might have the majority of this episode focused on Mark, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, I am really excited. I'm hoping that the first episode is telling of what the future episodes might hold in terms of quality, writing, the performances, etc. But I am really looking forward to getting into this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 2 of Moon Knight. Let's go. One can't blame him for being really curious now. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's it. Wait for it. Here it comes. No, wait. Why are you going in? What are you
doing? Oh, no.
Here it comes.
It hasn't picked up.
No, just a minute. You messed up the luge. I don't, mate.
Oh,
maintenance is going to absolutely shoot you.
Yeah, it's going to make him look bad.
Mark Spector.
Boom. You're pretty much loaded, bud.
Say you're a compass, but you're not pointing north.
If you catch it, it's worth 150 points, Mark.
Very carefully. Oh.
Well, Stephen, should I say.
There he is. Here he comes. Hello, man in the mirror. Right, yeah. Mark, how about this for a deal? I'm going to take this bag full of illegal shit, yeah? And I'm going to go straight to the authorities, and they're going to put me away so I don't hurt anyone else.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Oh.
Fill me with enough pills so that you get out of my head.
Oh, I feel so bad for him, because he's just hurting and wants that normality. That's not imposing.
Girl, you put me through. I said okay, yeah, I'm still your wife.
Oh!
Great time for you to say something. Anything, just in case it's not clear.
Did you say wife? Are we married?
Look, I'm pretty sure
I was right then.
Drop the act.
She was his partner.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not buying this, Mark. Use whatever accent you want.
I was gonna say, you're gonna have to reveal about everything about your...
You sent these papers, but you never signed them.
about the predicament that's been recently going on, Stephen, because, yeah.
Look here.
After everything, you told me that we needed to move on.
Right. Divorce.
Oh.
We fought side by side for.
No.
This whole one-man show is just what? So that you can keep it for yourself?
Oh no. This is... Oh.
Stop! I'm supposed to believe anything you say with this shoved in a gym bag.
Take it. You can have it. Take it. I don't want it. I swear.
But you're putting a lot of responsibility, like a threat on her shoulders.
I am not... I have a sleeping disorder. And, yeah, well, the museum said that they wouldn't press charges as long as...
They're followers of Arthur, aren't they?
I do it in installments that I
Damn it.
could. What's this? It's a paperweight.
There it is.
Where'd you get it? Paperweight shop.
Zip tied and shot in the back of the head. Execution style.
That's dark, man.
Shit. Stephen's just absorbing that.
Do that. That's not me.
His hand did it. Oh.
Stephen.
need some help, maybe.
That's right. That's why I'm here. To help. Okay, what is it? You see him? You see him right now? That's a privilege I no longer have.
Kill him.
What's he saying?
What?
Is he telling you to kill me?
Break his windpipe.
Oh shit!
Well, just remember, you don't have to do everything he asks. But you always tries to ensnare those with a strong moral conscience.
You have no conscience.
You don't have to listen to him. He
Just the
often
most
throws
condescending
temper tantrums
Arthur.
like a 2-year-old. None of the gods respect him.
And Arthur's just
That's why
biting
he's
back.
banished.
I only punish those who have already done harm.
And in the wake of their screams, evil eradicated. Stephen, to exist at that moment. Heaven on earth.
It's very, very interesting, this belief.
The scarab.
Trying to,
I
like,
don't have it.
think you're doing good by
Honestly, I don't
eradicating
have it.
evil, but there is this malevolent...
Know someone who
atmosphere.
does?
All the time, but I wouldn't actually do it.
Stephen.
What about a child?
Oh!
Would she kill a child for something they might do in 30 years?
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Stephen!
Sometimes grotesque is necessary for the larger health.
Holy shit!
Not a disease.
Yeah!
beyond. Sorry.
That's a
like, is that-
crude analogy.
Is that what you're all into? That, like killing children and that? So maybe that's just me, but I kind of draw a line there at child murder.
It's a bit, you know, tasteless.
Of her power. I don't want to use it.
But don't, okay?
Don't.
Then don't.
See?
I can't help you.
Yes, you can. I need to know, where is the scarab?
Up your butthole.
Where is the scarab? Where is the scarab? No. Where's the scarab?
I haven't.
Layla, what the fuck? Don't piss off Layla.
What, Jekyll?
So it's only, yeah, only Stephen can see it, which explains the cameras. Oh, that's a sick transition. Oh, oh.
Yeah, the ceremonial armor from Concha's temple, not Psycho Colonel Sanders. I'll do a little sharp, though. All right, where
You
is the
don't-
scarab? Scarab, oh.
Mr. Knight.
What's this? What is that pose for? Pretty cool, actually.
Oh, this is nice. Oh.
Right, come on. Ooh, looky here, looky here. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. My name's Stephen with a V.
Oh!
What? I did it! You got planted!
I love him! Oh!
It hurt if you don't let me help. All right, do it. Take control. For now.
Got that acceptance. Here we go! Shit's getting real! Oh! Let's go! Oh, these shots.
Come on. Come on. Take it a little further. Gotcha.
Woo! Oh, yeah!
Sorry, but that belongs to me.
Fuck.
Food, clothing, but I am unable to offer you this. Thank you. I wish you could live to see the world we make.
Shit.
And it leaves me covered in blood. Yeah, well, that blood is on my hands. You ruin people's lives. Everything you touch, you ruin.
That's
You
it,
hurt
though.
people.
Like,
You abandoned your wife. You left her stranded.
Stephen,
I am protecting
blood
you.
is on his
What you talking
hands.
about? Yes, you did. I saw. Kanchu has his eyes on her. He wants her as my replacement, and I'm never gonna let that happen. You hear me? You're I don't believe you. I don't trust anything you say. Shut up, I promise.
Oh! Fuck.
It belongs to me.
We'll find the scarab.
This is really intimidating.
Too late. Arrow has it.
And we'll find another way. We'll get to Ahmed's tomb first.
You know I'll protect you with everything I had, Adate. Near and dear as she is to you.
So, he was telling the truth about Layla.
Where are we going?
Where the hell do you think?
Good attitude to have. Welcome to Egypt, folks! Hop in all, we're going to Egypt! Woo! Damn it, this show is absolutely... I am really in love with this show. 2 episodes in, and I feel like... well, the second episode I feel like expanded really, really well on the first episode. There was a lot of mystique and a lot of intrigue and also sorrow as well with Stephen's character. And you get that with this episode, but we've expanded a bit further in terms of lore building, especially with Arthur and his connection with Khonshu, or his former connection, should I say. We've now got Stephen into the mix. Not Stephen, Mark, should I say. Stephen's taking a sabbatical. But not just that, though. It's his first time being the passenger, and because I was really curious about that, about how Stephen reacted. And obviously, Mark has taken the driving seat before, but as Mark said, there used to be a wall between us, but now it's gone. So, yeah. Oh man, this was a really fantastic episode. And we pretty much got our first action, I guess, sequence, really. Well, we kind of did anyways in the first episode, but there was moments of flashes, etc. So we got to see Moon Knight versus the Jackal, and whew, pretty grotesque, but you kind of expect that's part of the course, I guess, with Moon Knight. But still, superb episode. Yeah, I am really loving this show. It is just superb. This is... I don't know how the rest of the episodes are going to be, but like I said at the beginning, I was hoping that the future episodes would carry the kind of quality and whatnot that episode 1 did, and episode 2 did not disappoint whatsoever, and it expanded on certain bits, like Arthur, like Mark, everything. So I'm kind of hoping that quality just continues to build and build, because if that's the case, then this is probably going to be my favorite Disney Plus MCU show out there. It's just so great, and I just really love seeing Oscar Isaac being able to perform as both Mark and Stephen, especially with different accents and different personalities in terms of how innocent Stephen is, and Mark is very determined, etc. So yeah, but yeah, it seems like we're going... What I'm expecting is obviously for episode 3, episode 4, we're going to see Mark completely in the driving seat now that he's got his mission set in stone, and he doesn't want any kind of interference. He wants that freedom, so he's going to make sure that he's going to be in the driving seat. I'm gonna expect that there's going to be some kind of acceptance with Stephen and Mark. Especially since in this episode you had Stephen trying to deny this whole scenario, and then he was reluctant to let Mark take the driving seat. But Mark's not going to let him have any kind of control until he completes his mission, and not just that though, but is able to be stripped away from his occupation of Moon Knight. So Yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing where things are going to go, as well as the whole Scarab situation with Arthur. And I gotta say, I really love the idea that Arthur used to be under the service of Khonshu until he was revoked, seemingly. There seemed to be I use this term, I guess, quite appropriately, given Mark's other situation, but there seemed to be some kind of divorce in regards to how Khonshu reacted to Arthur. But then again, Khonshu is kind of a dick, so, you know, you can make of that as you will, but there seemed to be a bit more of a less agreeable way of parting ways, I guess, in terms of Khonshu and Arthur. So I'm hoping we do get to see some kind of flashbacks when Arthur donned the suit, so that would be really, really cool. But we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But I think that would be really, really, really cool to see the fallout between Khonshu and Arthur, and how Arthur used to be under the service of Khonshu. So, yeah. But I also gotta say, there is some really, really, very morbid kind of way that Arthur is able to devote himself to Amit, and in this episode, we kind of got further explanation to why he is so devoted to Amit, and how there is that kind of mantra on, is it right to punish someone before the crime happens? Arthur feels like he is taking his own form of justice by getting rid of those who are going to become a danger, and in doing so, he wants to make sure that Amit will rise and eradicate evil before it arrives. So, yeah, and I really, really like the fact that Stephen had his moment to shine, where when Arthur compared this whole situation to an infection, and you're amputating a limb before it spreads, and how he said, "Are you calling children like a disease? Like I don't conform to that. Like, what would you do in terms of killing children?" And Arthur's like, you know what? Fuck the children. Yeah. So if they're bad, if they're gonna turn out bad, then fuck them all. No, but this is what Arthur believes. He believes it's very interesting because it's a Thanos way of looking at things in terms of judging people. Because Thanos believed that he had to do something very, very, like he believed that doing something very horrific would bring salvation to the universe in terms of resources and whatnot. And with Arthur, he believes that killing people before they get the chance to commit their tyranny, etc., is best for the world, because it means that they won't get to commit those crimes. But it's not right as well. At the end of the day, he is killing innocent people in doing so because he believes that they're going to become a threat to the world. So it was really, really good that Stephen was questioning Arthur's logic in regards to eradicating evil before it arrives. Because there is that kind of awkward atmosphere with Stephen. And, you do, like, it is... Stephen is a character that you just want to, if anything happens to Stephen, I will kill everyone. Yeah, he is just someone that needs to be protected. But he had the confidence there to know that, yeah, I think what you're doing here is not right. So, yeah, I really, really love how Stephen did begin to question Arthur's methods, and not just that though, but his devotion to Amit. And you can see that Arthur, when he was showing Stephen around the community, you could see how he was being all benevolent and humble, etc., and he was acting like he was the good guy. But his methods and everything. So, yeah. And it's a twisted way of his former mission, because, as Mark said, his mission serving under Khonshu is making sure that innocents are protected and to serve justice to those who deserve it. And like I said, it's a twisted way of Arthur's former beliefs. Arthur serving Khonshu before, because he is protecting the innocents, but he is doing it in a very, very macabre way by making sure that he is killing the innocents, if that makes sense, before they get a chance to become something worse. So it's very, very interesting Arthur story, and it is a very, very good kind of motivation in terms of hey, I create this community, and I'm doing the things I do because I used to be Khonshu's avatar, and yet those ideals still stick with me in a sense because I am protecting the innocent, but I'm going to eradicate people before they get a chance to become something worse. So it is a very, very twisted way of looking at things. So yeah. But it was really, really great to see Layla integrated. We know that she had a voice role, I guess, in the last episode, but we got confirmation that she and Mark are married. So I think I did kind of speculate, oh, is Layla like Mark's partner, etc. So yeah, so that seemed to be the case. And what I really, really like as well about this whole situation is the fact that there are semblances of Mark's life that Stephen has. Like with Stephen, with Mark, there seemed to be a bit of a divorce going on between him and Layla, and you have Stephen who's seemingly trying to he's trying to do better with dating other people, etc. And you could see, and it makes the whole date situation from the last episode even more heartbreaking, because it seems like Mark and Layla, with them going through a divorce, Stephen's just trying to, do the right thing. So there seems to be semblances of what Mark wants to be better on. Same with his mother, because you had Layla mention about the fact that, oh, you and your mum are back on speaking terms, and you see that Stephen interacts with his mother, and there is this whole sweet atmosphere. But it seems like from Layla's from her perspective, that Mark and his mother, it's pretty intense. So I like the idea that with Stephen, there is a lot of aspects in Mark's life that Stephen tries to better, if that makes sense. There's a lot of things that Mark has done wrong, as well as being a generally pleasant person overall, because Stephen was there to absorb what Mark did when he was taken away by two of Arthur's followers posing as policemen. He saw pictures and whatnot of what Mark did, and it horrified him. So you have Stephen who tries to be a better version of Mark, who is all sweet, innocent, and doesn't really mean any harm. So yeah, and I like that aspect with his mother. He has a very, very passionate. He has a very, very wonderful admiration with his mother, and with Mark, it seems like, things are a bit frosty. So I really, really like that aspect there. But I am really loving this show. It is just so, so superb. And I really love the fight sequences as well with Stephen and Mark against the Jackal. I also like the idea that only I guess Stephen and Mark could see the Jackal, even on the security cameras. It was very, very sad, but also very curious to see why Mark could only see it, to why Stephen could only see it. But you knew as well that this is not going to look good for Stephen, especially with the fact that he has just the worst look, and you feel so bad for him. But yeah, we saw further down the line that Layla couldn't see the Jackal, and she just had to make heads and tails about, regarding where it was. She had to assume, and she got lucky, so there is that. But I like that aspect as well. But also there was there was quite a bit of comedy in this as well, especially with when it was time to suit up as well. Like you had Stephen, who was like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You could tell he was getting so giddy about this prospect. And then you have Mark lecturing Stephen by saying that he looks like Cycle Colonel Sanders, which killed me. I really, really loved that. And the thing is, you kind of expect quite a bit of comedy in this. So I just really, really loved the Psycho Colonel Sanders bit, so that was pretty great. But yeah, we learned quite a bit in this episode, and I really enjoyed watching this. It was quite wonderful. Further expands on certain bits in terms of lore with Arthur and his connection with Khonshu, and not just that though, but also his motives, as well as exploring further in regards to Stephen and how he tries to lead that normality but is reluctant to let Mark into the fold. So yeah, it will be very great to see what's going to happen next as we are in Egypt. So yeah, but I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!